The road in Greek was
Odromos.
odromos, no, like hippodrome, like syndrome, no, with road, which refers to like a set of symptoms running their course, odromos. This road,
Αυτός ο δρόμος.
Aftos odromos, this the road, no, or he the road in Greek. So this is in he position, Aftos odromos. What was I take?
Πάρω.
This is the closed form,
Παίρνω.
perno. Good, so we have perno and paro, no, for I take. How would you say you have to take this road? So Aftos and dromos are going to behave differently here when you say you have to take this road. Aftos is going to behave like the, and dromos is just going to behave like a masculine noun. So let's give this a try. You have to take this road.
Πρέπει να πάρεις αυτόν τον δρόμο.
Very good. Πρέπει να πάρεις αυτόν τον δρόμο. So we have dromo and afton behaving differently, no? Afton behaves like ton, and dromo just behaves like a masculine noun. The same with the word allos, which means other, no? So if you say, for example, you have to take the other road, how would that be?
Πρέπει να πάρεις τον άλλον δρόμο.
Good. Πρέπει να πάρεις τον άλλον δρόμο. Although I have to say that this is kind of falling out of use as well. So you might hear just allo, ton allo, with or without the N. And with the feminine, for example, you don't really hear alin, maybe in a few dialects of Greek, but you don't hear alin, for example, in this situation, just ali. So you can see actually that this is in the process of falling out of use in Greek. No? But you should be aware that some words will behave like the, no, rather than just like any adjective or noun. And that some of those words, sometimes they will do it, sometimes they won't. It will depend on the dialect and the speaker. So we have dromos for road and odos for street, which is feminine, I odos. So this is feminine, and I did mention that many of these os nouns that are feminine are actually places, no? Like I exodos, the exit, I sodos, the entrance, I Kypros, the Cyprus. And street is much more like a place than a road, no? If you think about it, when you refer to a street, it's much more about the place than when you refer to a road. So here we have I odos. This won't always happen, no, but it's interesting to notice the pattern. And then when you find a noun that has a gender that you don't expect it to have, you can just have a look if you can find a reason why or work out your own patterns. And just thinking about that will internalize the fact that you have a gender with that particular word that you didn't expect. So I odos, the street. How would you say his street?
Η οδός του.
I odos tu. If you want to say Yorgos' street, you can say I odos tu Yorgu.
Η οδός του Γιώργου.
Good. So we have the os noun, Yorgos, it's just like any other masculine noun ending os, also ending u to match tu. I odos tu Yorgu. Do you know where is Yorgos' street? Do you know where Yorgos' street is?
Ξέρεις πού είναι η οδός του Γιώργου?
Very good. Ξέρεις που είναι η οδός του Yorgu? And what if you were speaking to more than one person? Do you guys know where Yorgos' street is?
Ξέρετε πού είναι η οδός του Γιώργου?
Very good. Ξέρετε που είναι η οδός του Yorgu? How would you say, do you know which? Do you know which is the street of Yorgos? Do you know which is Yorgos' street? So what was the word for which?
Ποιος?
Pios, no, for masculine. And for feminine, how would it be?
Ποιοι?
So most words take I for feminine, but not pios.
Ποια?
Pia, good. So those are our two main feminine endings, no? I and a. And here we have a, pia. So, do you know which is the street of Yorgos? Do you know which is Yorgos' street?
Ξέρετε ποια είναι η οδός του Γιώργου?
Very good. Still talking plurally or formally. Ξέρετε ποια είναι η οδός του Yorgu? And we use pia because η οδός is feminine. And what if you were to just say, do you know Yorgos' street? Let's still speak formally or plurally.
Ξέρετε την οδό? Yeah. Ξέρετε την οδό του Γιώργου?
Ξέρετε την οδό του Γιώργου? Very good. So we have tin because it's behaving like her now rather than she. Οδό because we lose the S. Even though this os noun is actually feminine, we do still lose the S. Την οδό του Γιώργου. Ξέρετε την οδό του Γιώργου? Οδηγώ. Οδηγώ is I drive. So this is of course connected to odos. Οδηγώ.
Οδηγώ.
So this is I drive, and also can be used like to lead to, no? If you say, for example, it leads to a big stairway, no? You can use οδηγώ. Well, in the it form, no? Stairway or stairs is I scala, so that's feminine. Like scale, but in the sense of musical scale, of course, not a weighing scale. A musical scale goes up, like a stairway, scala. So how would you say, it leads to a big stairway?
Οδηγεί στην μεγάλη σκάλα.
Good, that would be it leads to the big stairway, but how would you say to a big stairway?
Οδηγεί σε ένα μεγάλη σκάλα.
Okay,
No, σε μία μεγάλη σκάλα.
good. Οδηγεί σε μια μεγάλη σκάλα. Good. So mia, once upon a time in Greek, would have taken an N. It would have behaved like the word for the, no? And you would have had mian. But like I say, with this happening with other words that aren't the words for the, it's in a process of falling out of use. So mian, with an N, behaving like her, you don't really find it anymore. You might come across it in some old writings, but you're not likely to hear it, for example. So we said like Yorgos' street is Iodos to Yorgu. How would my friend's street be?
Η οδός του φίλου μου.
Very good. Iodos tu filumu. How would you say it leads to the street of my friend? Like a path or something. It leads to the street of my friend, to my friend's street.
Οδηγεί στην οδό του φίλου μου.
Very good. Odi στην οδό του φίλου μου. Very good. So with these os nouns like philos, like Yorgos, we also have this extra change of matching them with tu. So the street of my friend's street, tu φίλου μου. My friend's house, το σπίτι του φίλου μου. Yorgos' house, το σπίτι του Γιώργου. And this is with os nouns, no? Philos, Yorgos, tu φίλου, Γιώργου. Otherwise, we would just lose the S. So, if you say, for example, Michalis' house, the house of Michalis,
Το σπίτι του Μιχάλη.
το σπίτι του Michali. Good. How would you say it leads to Michalis' house?
Οδηγεί στο σπίτι του Μιχάλη.
Οδηγεί στο σπίτι του Michali. Do you know how to drive? So we don't need how here, we would just say, do you know? Na, you drive.
Ξέρεις να οδηγείς?
Very good. Ξέρεις να οδηγείς? Do you know to drive? Ξέρεις να οδηγείς? So you were using οδηγεί, οδηγείς, which means you took a decision about this verb with an accent on the end, no? That it doesn't have any A's popping up, and you were correct too. So we know that if we say, do you guys know how to drive? We know what ending we will have for the you plural or you formal. So how would that be? Do you know how to drive? Speaking formally to somebody or speaking to more than one person. Do you know how to drive?
Ξέρετε να οδηγήσετε?
So before you said ξέρεις να οδηγείς, you used the open form, which makes sense because we're not referring to a closed time. No, it's very general. Do you know how to drive? So again,
Ξέρετε να οδηγείτε?
ξέρετε να οδηγείτε. Very good. And in both οδηγείς, οδηγείτε, we have the γάμα very soft there, no? Because of the E sound after. Ξέρεις να οδηγείς, ξέρετε να οδηγείτε. Very good.